The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 300.12 regarding stapling and securing cables, states that conductors shall be supported in non-metallic raceways or securely attached to surfaces. Section 334.30, covering splices and taps of insulated conductors, requires that where splices or taps are made in metal raceways, junction boxes, device boxes, or outlet boxes, the conductors shall be securely anchored to prevent displacement. While the NEC does not explicitly state the maximum number of wires, such as 14-2 wires, that can be stapled together in residential wiring, it mandates that conductors be securely attached to surfaces to prevent displacement. Therefore, the acceptable number of wires per staple is determined by specific circumstances and the inspector's judgment. Several common-sense considerations influence this determination. Firstly, the number of conductors plays a role. The more conductors stapled together, the higher the risk of displacement. Secondly, the size of the conductors matters. Smaller conductors are more susceptible to displacement compared to larger ones. Thirdly, the type of wire insulation is a factor. Certain types of wire insulation offer greater resistance to displacement than others. Fourthly, the securement method is crucial. Wires must be stapled tightly enough to prevent movement, but not so tightly that the insulation is damaged. As a general recommendation, it's advisable to limit the number of wires stapled together to 1 or 2 for 14 gauge or smaller wires. For 12 gauge or larger wires, limit it to no more than 3. Ultimately, the inspector decides whether the wires are securely attached and protected against displacement. It's important to note that some inspectors might have their own specific requirements for wire stapling. Therefore, it's always best practice to consult with the local inspector before commencing any wiring installation. Following these guidelines ensures electrical installations are safe, compliant, and meet local regulations. Understanding these requirements helps prevent potential issues and ensures installations pass inspection. Always prioritize safety and adherence to local codes and standards. Remember that the judgment of the inspector is paramount in these situations. Consider these factors during your electrical work to maintain safe and code-compliant wiring practices. Ensuring proper installation is essential for preventing future problems and guaranteeing a safe electrical system. Understanding these guidelines helps to navigate the complexities of electrical installations. Always verify local requirements to maintain compliance and safety standards. These considerations are essential for both homeowners and electrical professionals. By adhering to these recommendations, you contribute to a safer and more reliable electrical system. Proper stapling practices prevent conductor damage and ensure long-term reliability. In summary, while the NEC provides a general framework, the specific implementation often depends on local interpretation and conditions. Keep these guidelines in mind to promote electrical safety and code compliance. Be sure to review these guidelines during planning and execution of wiring projects. Careful consideration of these factors helps ensure a safe and reliable electrical installation. Always follow best practices to avoid potential issues during inspection. By keeping these factors in mind, you can ensure compliance and safety in all your electrical projects. These guidelines are essential for maintaining the integrity of electrical systems. Always consult with local inspectors to confirm compliance with specific local requirements. Adhering to these standards promotes a safer and more reliable electrical environment. Ensure that you understand these concepts before starting electrical work. The proper application of these principles contributes to overall electrical safety. These best practices should be incorporated into all electrical projects. Remember these guidelines to ensure safer and compliant wiring installations. Understanding these concepts is vital for every electrical professional and homeowner. Adhering to these recommendations ensures a safe and efficient electrical system. Always prioritize safety and code compliance in all electrical projects. By following these guidelines, you help prevent electrical hazards and maintain code compliance. These considerations are essential for maintaining a safe and reliable electrical system. The proper implementation of these guidelines contributes to a safe and compliant electrical installation. Always consult with local inspectors to ensure compliance with local requirements. These best practices are essential for electrical safety and compliance. Adhering to these recommendations ensures a reliable and safe electrical system. Prioritizing safety and compliance ensures the long-term reliability of electrical systems. By following these guidelines, you contribute to a safer and more compliant electrical environment.